So chat, welcome once again to the World of Horror. This is the night before Halloween World of Horror. And I'm testing something out here. So, the first thing I'll say is we got the Vinesauce mod from the previous time. And that was updated, fixed up a little bit. Any of the old Vinesauce mod stuff, I'd be down to do that again in the future, for sure. But it's just that Vinesauce mod. But also, and I don't know if this was a good idea or not, but someone sent me a bunch of custom stories and NPCs and stuff, or enemies, whatever. And, I'm hoping they're good. Well, the bad news is I can't even click new game. What the fuck? Oh, I think controller is being detected. Let me restart the game. I thought I modded it so hard that, like, it broke the option to start a game. Alright, so we're gonna do the usual World of Horror stuff. I'm hoping this is gonna be good, but chat, this could be a shit show. We'll see. Apparently some of these mod creators are very, like, well known in the modding community for this game. So we know all this already. Also, we got Halloween colors today, chat. I love that this game has become a Halloween tradition. Me too. This is one of my favorite games on Steam, I think. Yeah, maybe. So I think I'm just gonna play as me again. Even though this one's pretty cool. Starts with Family Curse. Alright. So I'm being hunted down by creatures once again. Cult capital of Japan. World of Horror we probably want to do. The backstory... Eldritch Parasite. You start with extra stamina and reason, but can't regain them. Oh my god. I do have the most recent versions of the update. Yeah, of the mod. Let's see. Ominous Birthmark. Any damage taken in combat can cause a curse. Oof. You know what? We're just gonna do it as normal. And since we have so much extra, like, stuff, I think maybe we're fine to just play as normal. You can't run from combat. Have I done this one before, chat? The you can't run from combat one? Oh wait, did I choose easy mode? This is the OG one. I don't know what difficulty I chose. Oh. I think it was probably the same one from last time, which is fine. It's like right in the middle. Whatever I played last time, I only won by like 2%. So I'm fine for... You know what? I'm fine for that. Each mystery a new status will start to weigh you down. You follow the commands or suffer its wrath. Should I do this one? You go through the irresistible gaze. Let's do it. You follow the commands. We gotta follow the commands. Oh, it's so weird looking. The nuclear tests in the Pacific region have awakened something evil in the depths of the Mariana Trench. has slowly emerging, ready once again to rule the coastlines. Alright. I'm gonna have to adjust the volume as I go, because sometimes this game gets weirdly loud. But yeah, let's enjoy the world of horror, shall we? Choose up to 2 additional different actions per location. Cult shop, regular shop. Study them to learn spells or earn XP. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. Okay, so we've got some inexplicable and morbid events. Hang on, before we do that, I want to take a quick look around as usual. We have to find the things. Okay. There's some money here. That's nothing, don't worry about that. One fund. You know, we'll do a different shirt this time. The Pat Your Meat shirt. Looking good. So the custom mysteries, there's a lot of custom mysteries. This one is the one for the Vinesauce one. We could do any of these, or we could do some of the more random ones. There was the frog one as well. But let's see what we have here. Perilous Parable of the Panicular Painting. Worrying write-up of a wardless ward. Restless rumors of residential recluse. Bloody brief of a beckoning bulletin. Tragic tale of something, what is that? Thaumaturgy teacher? Vinny, game is loud? The black squares on this one are... Oh, okay, I see. These are the... Oh, these are the alternate ones, okay. An aberrant affair about an awful arcade. What is this music? Ugh. An aberrant affair about an awful arcade. The news reported a young man died at the Shiokawa Game Center. The age of the guy, only 16, was enough to garner suspicion. It was how he died that tipped the scales and made you want to investigate. That poor kid died after achieving a high score in an arcade machine called Vor. Really? He was in perfect health. There's no way he could have just dropped dead. Something sinister is going on with that game. Don't investigate hospital and mansion or suffer its wrath. Being that kid was underage, his name wasn't reported on the news. To find more, you have to learn who he was. Students at Shiokawa High School High Gaming Club might know who he is. They're meeting today. You figure you should drop in. You think that one of the school computers might hold some useful clue. Yeah, this music is pretty painful, honestly. Just in terms of the tone of it. The music itself, I'm sure, is fine, but it's just, I'm gonna keep it real low. After having booted up one of the machines, you notice it only has one text file stored in its memory. You open it and start reading it. You realize it describes every action you took during your investigation up to the point where you boot up the computer. Edit the file. Knowledge check. Success. You decide not to mess too much with your own future. You restore some of your strength. Okay. You find out his name was Akira Iwatani. Now to find his body. After all, you need to get a copy of the autopsy. There's no way this guy's heart just stopped while playing a video game. Someone or something killed him. Your head starts spinning, the vision becomes blurry. You go towards the nearest toilet to wash your face and clear your mind. You don't know how to reach your destination, but as soon as you wash your hands, you find blood everywhere. You feel okay, so whose blood is that? Wash them as fast as possible. You don't know, you don't want to know. You wash your hands as fast as possible. Your heart keeps pounding. As terrifying images come up in your mind, you push them aside and carry on. You discover Akira died from a heart attack, but the cause of said heart attack wasn't stress like what was reported on the news. It wasn't stress. His blood had turned into black sludge that stopped his heart. You head to his home, located in a little suburb outside of town. Coming out of a trail into a small clearing, you spot an old, overgrown wooden hut. You take a peek inside one of its many broken windows and see, lit by the waning sun, a great yellow cocoon hangs from the ceiling. One of the ceiling beams. The horrible thing emits a low chirp, intermittently. Investigate? Luck check success. Carefully, you get in through the window. The cocoon, slowly moved by the wind, is just slightly taller than you are. You start to explore the other rooms and see dozens more chirping and clicking. Hearing some steps coming from within the house, you quickly leave from where you came. You find Akira's village to be a nice place to live. You should ask around and find out where he lives. God damn it! What happens if I do it? Go somewhere else first? Try getting a weapon, maybe. No knife here. How many funds do we have? We have 5. Allows 2 additional inventory slots. Backpack seems good. Also, happy Halloween, everybody. A random discounted item. Chat, what do you think? Backpack or random discounted item? Random. Blue gem. It's just a blue... Okay, it's a blue gem. Travel to the village. Okay. That's rare. A traveling troupe set up their tent just outside town. See the great Zambini, the bite of steel, the Kevlar enamel, performing great feats of power with strength of his teeth, the poster says. Witness the force of fluoridated water unleashed on stage. Okay. Buy a ticket. Luck check failure. The great Zambini begins the performance by dragging a car tied to his tooth across the stage, and the tooth breaks immediately. Crew members carry the strongman off the stage, but not even the audience loudly clowning on him, nor a pair of clowns in a half-finished clown makeup clowning around can drown out the cries of pain. What a complete waste of time. Wow, that sucked. Alright. Akira's parents, still grief-stricken, bring you inside. When you explain you're investigating his death, they're both relieved. The detectives wouldn't believe us, but we know our son didn't die of a heart attack. Look in his room, you'll see. Clowning around. We've clowned and clowned around. Nice investigation we're doing. What did Akira mean by beaten? What did he mean by destroyed? You gotta get back to the arcade and fast. The sun is going down. I don't know. I don't know what that was. You discover an old campsite located on the edge of a small clearing. The tent has been knocked down and the food and utensils have been scattered everywhere. Let's, search for clues. -2 reason. Did wolves learn how to walk on their hind legs? God damn it. You make it to the Shiokawa Game Center just in time, with only an hour before closing. The Vor machine stands proudly in the middle of the room, but no one dares go near it out of fear. But not you. You step up to the screen. The Vor machine. Insert token. Brain damage. -2 knowledge, plus 10% max reason. Wow, wow. Okay. Huh? You know, Vor is a boring game. Kind of fun, though. The arcade is closing. Better head home. Wait. Boring game, kind of fun, though. You head home after the arcade closes. That night, when you go to sleep, you dream of the game. You realize subconsciously the patterns of the various mazes. You know, it might just be possible to beat Akira's high score. It's not that complex of a game to play. If you have time tomorrow after your next investigation, you should stop by the arcade. After all, what's one more game going to hurt? What? You weren't much for video games, but something about Vor. It's addictive. We should play more tomorrow. What a load of crap. The imposing shadow cast by the old lighthouse is getting longer each day. Lighthouse gets one additional floor. God damn it. Like nothing happened that mission. Let's gain some reason, why not? I mean, we're not doing that bad, we just got a little brain damage. I have 2 knowledge, that's gonna be bad for some stuff. I think the deity you selected prevents you from getting additional optional objectives for other endings. Deadly diegesis of a demonic diver. Sure. A murderer stalks Shiokawa's seaside, cries the local media, and indeed, so far, 4 people have been killed by a man wearing a diving suit. A man you know as Tsuneo-san. An old friend of your grandparents. Such a kindly old man couldn't be a violent murderer, right? You ask yourself, setting out to find the truth behind these gruesome murders. You wonder if perhaps Tsuneo-san has a different, darker side to his kindly old man persona. His former colleagues and other fishermen could probably share some information with you. Next time you complete an investigation, make sure you check the cabinet in the background in the main room of your apartment. You get a free item in there each run. Huh? Didn't I get the 1 funds? The military exercise makes you feel safer, but are guns enough to stop the unspeakable horrors lurking out here? There. Plus 4% doom, plus 2 reason. Didn't need the reason. Well, got extra reason. Maybe I should go to the school. Can the school nurse? Oh, we don't have the nurse. Can I get rid of brain damage via the hospital, or is this just here forever? Just keep it. It's a curse, not an injury. It costs doom. Having this as background dialogue is very interesting. Yes, it is. Shouldn't have done those mobile ad segments, yeah. If you mouse over the old god's demand, you can see the mystery side quest. There is no side quest. Everyone who knows Suneo-san swears that he is not the kind of man to perform such gruesome acts. When people start to mention the 5th victim, of whom you hadn't heard anything about, you decide to investigate that lead next. The ocean is hungry. You're stopped by a person with a knife. They look incredibly sad. It wants me, but I'm afraid I'm too much of a coward to do it myself. Can you help me? No. Charisma check failure. I got 8 charisma! Unable to convince the person that you close your eyes as they jump off the cliff. I have 8 charisma, dog! The 5th victim, a young woman, has survived the attack and is currently recovering from her injuries at the hospital. Getting a hold of her might be tricky, though. Policemen will surely be keeping a watch over her room. You stumble upon a nurse trying to open the door to the intensive care unit, constantly mumbling something. When she turns around, her face makes you scream in horror. I'm not gonna really be able to do very much here. I could try to run. Get the hammer? Where, how? Try to find an improvised weapon? I got branch. Strength weapon. It's not great, but I mean, actually kind of sucks. Better than nothing, is it? Yeah. Oh, just missing all of those kicks. Yeah, that kind of sucked a little bit. I need a weapon when He attacked me, says the young woman. I looked through that tiny window in his helmet, and I think his suit was full of water. This doesn't make sense. It's about time you look somewhere else. Perhaps the old man's boat contains some answers, but where is it? Does the hardware shop potentially have a dexterity-based weapon? We got here... hammer, a literal hammer is here. Flashlight. Trinkets. Could re-roll. Scalpel and steak knife might be what I'm looking for. I know, it could be funny to get the hammer. Heavy-duty flashlight is knowledge-based, but I have 2 knowledge. I'm gonna re-roll. Can of acid. Monkey wrench, strength weapon, flashlight. Damn. Reroll again. Flashlight helps a lot. The flashlight can help me solve stuff. Perception is good. I'm just gonna buy the flashlight and get out of here. It's not a weapon, but, I mean, it's something. You spot a woman on the beach and decide to get closer and ask what she is doing alone at this late hour. When the woman turns around, you stop. Her mouth is opening and shutting, gulping in air as if it was unnatural to her. In her large eyes, there's only rage. Coy woman does reason damage again. Fuck. Need a weapon real bad. One of Suneo-san's colleagues points you to his boat. Realizing what you're going to do, he swears that he won't tell anyone, wishes you luck. Please get him out of this mess, he says quietly. I only have 1 fund, too, so I can't even try to buy an item anymore. When you board the boat, you make for the captain's cabin. It's been cleaned thoroughly. You're unable to find the captain's logbook in there. Rummaging about, you find Suneo-san's fishing equipment, a mess of nets, hooks, and lines coated in some sort of minty green ooze. You think you can see something tangled up inside the fishing nets, too. Got an item. Switchblade. Oh, shit! Dexterity check. Success. Untangling some of the nets and avoiding sharp hooks, you finally recover a small knife. You briefly wonder if it's the murder weapon, only to remember from the news that its victims were crushed to death, not stabbed. So what's it doing here? It's a perception weapon. It's something. Should be Dex, but... Uh-oh. Did I just curse myself by... Vinny, you threw it away? No, I'm using it right here. It's fine. This is getting weirder and weirder with each passing minute. Suneo-san's house is not far from here. If you're careful, nobody will see you slipping in. As you walk around the harbor warehouses, you hear a man calling you. Hey there, he says. I left you a little something. Want to take a look? It's a big surprise. Something about this man makes you nervous. Approach. Luck check. Success. You approach the man. He gives you a heavy box. You take an item from the box and turn around to thank the man. It seems to disappear in the air. In thin air. Where did he go? And you have 2 flashlights? The back door leading inside the house was left unlocked, so you get in easily. The captain's log was missing from the boat. You wonder where it could be. Could try to go downtown and talk to the dog now. Maybe sell the switchblade. Backpack again. Sewing kit. Energy drink. Salt. Compass. Compass is really good. It's early enough that I think I'm gonna get the compass. So if I buy the compass, I have 0 funds, which means then I'm gonna have to end up seeing the weirdo man. So that is and I don't want to sell the switchblade necessarily either. Blue gem for money. Can't sell it. I don't even know what the fuck this thing does. Uncle, funds are low. Blue gem is an Easter egg ending. I thought you did it before. I probably did. I just forgot. I'm gonna buy the compass. And I'm gonna hope that we find more funds. Because that's a really, really good item. Don't blink or suffer its wrath? What do you mean, don't blink? After snooping around in Suneo-san's bedroom for a while, you find the captain's log hidden under his bed. Cover smells funny, stained with some kind of minty green powder. This thick book contains all the logs of his voyages, all the way back to the early 1950s, when he began his career as a fishing boat captain. Read the latest. Luck check. The last voyage happened just a week ago. During the voyage, Suneo-san had caught a strange fish that oozed thick goo all over his equipment, and apparently somehow the fish managed to tear open the nets and jump back into the sea when he tried to bring them back to Shiokawa. Gain a mysterious meat for completing a mystery. What the fuck? Luck and perception. I could do perception, and have the switchblade be pretty good. I don't think I want the mystery meat. Perception. You freeze when you hear some strange noises in the nearby room. Those are footsteps. Yet they sound too wet to be normal shoes, or even for someone walking around with bare, wet feet. Cautiously, you leave the bedroom and peek around the corner. I can't do the mansion. So we'll do something else for now. Chet said there's an item at home. Oh no. Well, there's prepare. You pick up energy drink. Plus 5% doom. I'm just gonna sell it. Oh, you can't! I'm not gonna sip it now, I'm gonna wait until the next mystery. You gasp in horror when you come face to face with Suneo-san's diving suit, which is moving on its own. You try to run past the diving suit only for it to swipe at you. You stumble backwards as the diving suit steps closer. You look at the diving suit's helmet and see that it is full of minty green ooze. Okay, this is good because it's a stamina fight. Scooby-Doo monster? Pretty much. I can afford to lose some stamina. Not a ton, but some. Okay. Could have gone worse. Finally, the suit-clad monster loses its cohesion and collapses from your restless assault. Thick green ooze starts to leak from the holes and from between the seams of the diving suit. As more and more ooze gets exposed to the dry surfaces of Suneo-san's house, the ooze starts to slow down until it begins to solidify. Within a minute, it becomes brittle and starts to crumble on its own. In the end, all that remains of the aquatic beast is a damaged diving suit and a heap of minty-colored dust. You carefully step over the mess and head for the exit. A wild, disturbing thought comes to you in that moment. If Suneo-san brought one of his slimes with him by accident during his latest fishing trip, then are there others like it out there, swimming in the depths of the sea? With the slimy monster destroyed, no more people will fall victim to its primal violence. Thanks to the survivor's testimony as well as an alibi provided by his family, Suneo-san is released by the police after a few days, although he never sets out to the sea again. Crimson Moon. Let's see. All enemies gain an additional 20 power. Ew. Yeah, that was good. The first one was a little wonky, but I like that one. So where is this free item? I feel like I would have known about that. In your room, click the TV stand. It's a random chance. I got the fund from the robot guy. This run, it was empty. Okay. I see the ducks on the back of my shirt. Malicious machinations of a masked murderer. Let's do that one. Malicious machinations of a masked murderer. Back of your shirt says Kapusi, by the way. Oh boy. You hand the elderly Miss 000 the package, and after a cup of tea, bid her farewell. You're about to head to the bus stop and get back to Shiokawa when a sudden yell stops you in your tracks. Guys, a young man runs towards the others around his age. They found Kenta, he's dead. The whole group quickly runs to the center of the village. Did someone get murdered in broad daylight? Don't investigate schools, seaside, or apartments. Okay, this one's minimal. From the snippets of conversations between the villagers, you learn that a person wearing a horned mask was seen fleeing from the crime scene, and that the name of the victim is Kenta Kurokawa. His family lives in a mansion across the nearby forest. Villagers say it's about a half an hour trek. A wet splash behind you makes you stop. You slowly turn around to see a young girl sluggishly walking in your direction. In her eyeball, there's a swarm of disgusting worms. One of them falls to the floor with a wet splash. Oof. Didn't need that. No, we didn't want them to miss. We didn't want them to miss. Damn. Oh yeah, the energy drink. Lady Akari and her daughter, Natsuko, welcome you warmly, but they don't seem very disturbed by Kenta's death. You delivered the package to Mrs. 000. How nice of you. She's my old friend, Lady Akari grins. Her smile white and red. I don't think you can help us in any way, but feel free to stay for the night. Please, we have a guest room ready. Past midnight, you wake up sweating. The door to your bedroom is open, but you can't hear anyone out there. Close the door. You're unable to fall asleep again, restlessly tossing and turning for the rest of the night. -2 stamina. Fuck. The next morning, you're treated to a simple breakfast. Natsuko and Lady Akari don't mind your questions, but aren't forthcoming with answers to them. At least, they don't mind you roaming around the place, and Natsuko even offers to take you on a tour of the mansion. Looks like we're not doing that. I might rest. Okay, now we're good. And this is my late father's study, Natsuko says, finishing the tour of the mansion. If you want, feel free to peruse the books here. Just don't mind the dust. Mother hasn't cleaned this place since the funeral. The very first thing you notice is the large collection of books, all covered in a thick layer of old dust. Knowledge check failure. Yeah, no shit. You spend a few hours in the old dusty study before you finally find something of interest. The old book about demon masks, which prescribes banishing the evil spirits by snapping the mask vertically in two. You wonder if this stuff works for real. Don't investigate the forest. We can investigate the village. It is time to get to the bottom of this. You excuse yourself from the offer to partake in the lunch and head to the village. Even though forest is highlighted. As you explore the streets of the village, I thought that was Morshu. It is, kind of. You come across a strange man tucked away in a hidden shop. He's a heavy-set man, and you can tell he has great pride in the place just from looking at him. You feel him staring you down while you browse his wares. Lamp oil, rope, bombs. It's Morshu. I don't have any money. Sorry, buddy, but I don't give away my goods for free. Come back once you have some cash. Plus 3% doom. Don't investigate the forest again. Fucking hell. You try to lose the masked man who's been following you the whole morning. You eventually find yourself at a dead end, looking for a way out. You hear a branch snapping behind you. Cult delinquent. Got lucky. Don't investigate the forest. Don't investigate the forests. An old priest is performing a ritual to appease a local demon imprisoned underground. You're invited to join them. Yeah! Failure, plus 2% doom. The ritual is a disaster. Don't investigate the forest. Are you kidding me? Strange man calls to you, informing you that he has something he wants to give you. Unsure of what it is, you curiously accept. He asks you to sit in his chair while he goes to obtain said item, but when he looks toward the chair, you feel a sense of dread. It's Mr. Dink. Unable to shake off the sense of dread, you stare at the chair and refuse to sit in it. The man sighs politely, asks you to leave, minus 1 reason. We can do the forest now, finally. Sudden storm forces you to find shelter in a nearby cave. Looking around, you discover strange markings on the cave's walls, so let's use the flashlight. The flashlight's beam reveals additional symbols hidden in the shadows. They help you interpret the spell instructions drawn on the cave wall. Flame. Deals 8 damage, plus 2 doom, costs 1 reason, 1 stamina. It's good. Villagers gossip between themselves about the most recent murder, but when an outsider like you starts asking questions, they suddenly go silent. This might take a while. New level just from exploring. Folklore studies. Fresh meat. Why does it keep trying to give me meat? I'm gonna get perception. And meat. An old man stops you and invites you into his house. You follow reluctantly, only to be amazed by the number of dusty old sorcery books inside. I can teach you a thing or two about magic, he says. Don't worry about payment. I'm sure we'll work it out in the future. Luck check. Failure. Complete waste of time. Shit. Finally, an elderly farmer spills some beans. Family had it all until the death of old Kasuke a few months ago. First, the fire destroyed their prized collection of no masks. Then young Kenta's fiance got killed, and now you decide to head back to Kurokawa's family mansion and ask Lady Akari a few more questions. I don't like that 59% doom. I am not enjoying that at all at this point in the game. Oh boy. It's a bad time to be out of cash, says the grim-looking man who's standing in your way. Our company fortunately specializes in cases like yours and will gladly help you get back on track. After all. Which one is reason? It's peace of mind, right? Fondest memory. -3 reason, +2 funds. You feel sad and you can't even tell why. You find the gate to the Kurokawa mansion open. You shudder, realizing how quiet it is in here. Too quiet. Returning to the mansion, you can't help but notice how eerily silent it is. Making your way to the largest room, you find it shrouded in darkness. Wait, is that... It's Natsuko. Someone stabbed her dozens of times. Wait, are those footsteps you're hearing? Red is good, blood is good, I need more. You barely dodge the swing of a kitchen knife wielded by a relatively small person wearing a demon mask. I want more red, give it to me. -4 stamina! I should just use the flame. Okay. I can attack 1, 2, 3, 4 times. All of them have to hit. They have low power, you can chance dodges. I took the hit. Sick. Got him. Shame about the dodging. When you approach the masked assailant's body, they suddenly spring back to life. Letting out a terrible shriek, they run deeper into the mansion. You can't let them escape. I got a steak knife. It's a dex weapon. At this point... I think... For now, the steak knife is better. Switchblade seems better. It's slower and worse hit chance. Slow... Oh, what? Oh. Speed 72. Chance to hit 70. Speed 60. Chance... Oh, okay. No, you're right. At this... Switchblade is better. I can always throw the steak knife or sell it. Feel a small gust of wind. Temperature suddenly drops and the room gets darker. As a dark shape manifests itself in front of you, you're terrified by such an imposing presence. As it turns its eerie eyes towards you, it's coming. We're just gonna run away. Dexterity check success. You're too terrified to fight that dark entity, so you turn back and run as fast as you can. You don't know if you're actually being followed or not, but you don't care, and you don't stop running until you get out of that place. It looks as if the murderer disappeared, but then you notice that the doors leading to Lord Kosuke's memorial chamber are slightly open. The murderer's body lies on the floor face up. You approach it and take the mask off. See their face. It's Lady Akari. Hello. Suddenly, you scream in surprise when the horned mask suddenly speaks to you, its mouth twisted up in a wicked grin. Do not be afraid. I am your friend. I can give you power, great power. The mask's voice turns into a whisper. Just put me on your face. Put me on. Put me on. You almost fall under its influence, but in the last moment you snap out of it and look at the mask defiantly. Put me on, I command thee, it yells, but you're deaf to its demands. Remembering that what you've learned about evil masks, you snap it in half. It lets out a terrible shriek as warm blood starts pouring from its eye sockets and split mouth. few moments later, you start hearing police sirens slowly getting closer to the mansion. You decide to run away as fast as you can. I didn't recover any stamina. Avoiding the villagers and the police, you make your way to the bus station and return to Shiokawa. Next time an elderly neighbor asks you to deliver a package, you ought to find some sort of excuse to refuse. So that was a really long one. And I got long pig steak. Which, by the way, this is just human meat. Price hike, everything's more expensive. Definitely stamina. Alright. You do get a status, you get a curse. You only suffer the status once you just eat it. Once. Just eat it. Your yearnings of a yellow yew. Like a yew tree? Recently, a strange new affliction befell the citizens of Shiokawa. People visiting the downtown park develop rashes on their bodies, have trouble breathing, and some even begin suffering from cardiac arrhythmia. The doctors who treated the patients, recognizing the symptoms, believe the poisonings are caused by taxine toxins, which are released by yew trees. But the only yew tree in the downtown park is an old yellowed specimen growing in the remote corner of the park. How could one old tree affect so many citizens? If it is truly a mass poisoning caused by the toxin of a yew tree, the doctors at the hospital should have all the information you need. -1 charisma and you can gain an ally in the hospital? You talking about if I eat the meat? The waiting room at the dentist's office sure is an odd place for a vending machine with magazines, especially ones in opaque cover wrappings, implying rather scandalous content. But when Dr. Kawai himself approaches the machine and puts in a banknote, your incredulity peaks. Let's take a peek. Perception check, success. When he realizes he's being watched, Dr. Kawai quickly hides the magazine he bought under his lab coat and hurries back to the treatment room, but you still manage to catch a glimpse of something obscene on the cover. You shudder. The doctors confirm that the toxins found in bodies of the victims are taxine alkaloids. They're baffled about the scale of the poisoning, though. Maybe some of the patients admitted to the hospital could tell you more? Why are you shuddering at the porn? You glance around, you notice that more and more people are wearing strange masks unlike anything you've ever seen before. As you turn to your friends for reassurance, you notice that some also wear these eerie masks. Their voices sound muffled and distorted, and you can't quite shake the feeling that they're not quite themselves. The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end, and you realize something is terribly wrong. Chat, if anyone knows what the checks are for this, please let me know. Money, stam, reason. No checks, just a hit to something of your choice. They're preparing these funds. I don't want to lose funds, but I could also sell. Pig. -2 funds. God damn it. Sense of dread creeps over you as the masked people are swarming through the store, filling their carts with food and survival equipment. You notice the goods prices have already skyrocketed. You realize that you need to act fast if you want to have any chance at survival. Yeah, I'm just gonna sell this. I heard it. A voice calling from the tree. A young man tells you with a raspy voice. It was screaming that it will kill them all. You gotta believe me. The tree talked to me. I'm not mad. This time, it's time to check the area around the park for clues. Could the old tree be hiding something strange? Or could the old tree be hiding some strange secrets? Just a tree, dude. While walking around the streets, you stumble upon a newly opened bakery. Free samples on display for people to try, but something feels off. Free sample plus 5% doom. Why did I do that? You take a bite, the iron taste fills your mouth. This is not a strawberry jam donut. Fuck this town, man. That was a blood bagel. From people living near the park, you hear the story. Over 100 years ago, local authorities executed a criminal at the spot where the old Ute stands today. It was the last beheading ever performed in Shirakawa. You wonder if the city archives have something about this. Stop right there. You hear a voice coming from behind you. You won't destroy my life's work. Obsessed man. Chance to hit only 45%. There's a lot of stamina. Do 5 of those and hope for the best. Could run. Doom penalty. Nuke him or run. Just gotta throw the fucking steak knife. Alright, now I just have to hit 3, chat. Alright. Eat shit. We're leveling up at least. Plus 1 dex, 1 knowledge, fame, faster combat actions for each ally you have. I'm gonna have to restore some stamina. And I'll probably, I mean, fame is good. It's just a matter of then going to the school and recruiting people again. So I don't really want to do that. Dex is always good, but do we need more than that? I mean, I could get some knowledge to repair the brain damage. We'll just get quick thinking. Not only the archives confirm the story, you learn from them that all the people involved in criminals' death suffered terrible accidents and died young, including the executioner. You're surprised to learn that the executioner's grandson still lives in the city, near the docks. Coming up to the coastline, you see a man beside the lighthouse. It seems like he is shouting toward the sea. You get closer, and it sounds as if the man is chanting some strange language to call attention to an old god, perhaps from deep below the sea. Suddenly, thunder strikes as he raises his voice. An air of dread washes over the coastline, and you're unable to shake it. Time is running out. Be lobster! When you arrive at the old man's house, he listens to you carefully. I've heard about the recent accidents, my child, he says with a calm tone of voice. This will take a while to explain, so come in. Let's talk this over. The old man explains that the tree turned yellow when the criminal spirit inhabited it. I've looked for years to find a way to banish the criminal spirit and lift the curse, but now I'm too old to do it myself. We put some papers in front of you filled with the instructions and creepy schematics. The question is, can you do it? reluctantly agree. The old man explains to you the morbid ritual. You need to cut the palms of your palms and feet a bit, then perform a dance around the tree 3 times. This will appease the ghost and force it out of the tree. You start to regret agreeing to this. +7 experience, -2 reason. Can't investigate downtown forest or mansion. As you make your way toward the downtown park, you wonder perhaps if the spirit can be banished in another way, or is it ritualistic dance the only solution? Just rest up for 3% doom, but yeah, still can't do downtown. As you walk beside the river, something grabs you and pulls you under the water. As you are pulled away from the shore, you keep struggling to breathe, but you don't know how much you're going to hold out. Let's keep fighting. Oh, wait. Grab a branch, maybe? Is that Dex? I don't know. You find a thick branch to grab onto, and you grab it with both your arms and try to hold out as the tentacle tries to pull you underwater. No matter how it tries, your will to live gives you the strength necessary to endure for the time necessary. Luckily, after a couple of minutes, the creature surrenders and leaves. +5 experience. Okay. Still can't investigate downtown, man. You notice that across the principal's office, someone has hung a portrait of a young woman. A plaque under it reads, "Our most beloved student." Inspect. Perception check. Success. You focus on the woman's face. You've definitely seen her before, but why is a portrait of a new transfer student here? Could it really be her? Still no downtown. Gotta do it anyway, I guess. Entering the park, you walk towards the area where the old gnarled yew stands alone. Taking off your shoes, you wonder if there's any other way to banish the criminal spirit without having to cut yourself up. Do the bloodletting. Dexterity check failure. I got 8 dex, man. You cut your palms and feet, but your clumsy movements require you to perform the ritual several times, making new incisions every time. Bleeding and in pain, you finally hear a scream coming out of the tree and see a face in the bark, rapidly disintegrating. +10 experience, -4 stamina. Exhausted, you collapse to your knees as the old yew's branches start to twist and break off. The ritual worked. As the tree starts to rot and wither in front of you, dark vapor starts to rise from the exposed timber. You watch as the dark vapor forms... Wait, Darth Vader? Forms a swirl that climbs towards the sky and slowly dissipates into nothing. Shakily, you return to the executioner's elderly grandson to inform him of your success. You gasp in shock when you see an ambulance parked in front of his house, the vehicle's lights flickering rapidly. After you watch the paramedics carry the body of the old man into the ambulance, you introduce yourself to one of them as the old man's relative. Sorry for your loss. We believe it was cardiac arrest. One of his neighbors found him outside, but it was already too late when we arrived. Turning home, you shiver as troubling thoughts enter your mind. Did the old man pass away after you banished the criminal's ghost? Or maybe he was the wrathful spirit's final victim. You can be sure of one thing, though. With the criminal spirit banished, no more people will fall victim to his curse. Your city is safe once again. Many of the patients suffering from the taxine poisoning are able to recover fully in the coming days. In the meanwhile, you learn that the local authorities have decided to cut down the withered yew tree. Just in case, they claim. More, the police have restricted access to the school's building. I got meat. Mystery yakitori. +4 reason, -1 stamina. Dear God. Mystery meat. That's good, but it's not good for me right now. I'll do one more mystery. Custom one. Morbid mystery of a martial madness. Hey kid, did you hear the news? One of your elderly neighbors greets you at the entrance to your apartment block. Mr. Moriyama is going to marry again. It's that waitress girl from the restaurant down the street. I can't believe he had the guts to ask her out. And that she would agree, too. She chuckles mischievously. Aren't they almost 15 years apart? But hey, good for him. Might get him out of the dumps, you know? You have to agree. For once, something is going well for someone in this cursed town. Or is it? It's been a year since Mr. Moriyama's first wife died in a car accident. You can't help but feel happy knowing that he was able to move on. You should pay him a visit and congratulate him. Gonna lose. Get some doom from that. You'd like to watch some TV, but you can't get it to turn on. You check the plug, notice it detached from the socket. As you reach in to plug it back, you notice it's coated in something slimy, looking like burned plastic or smelling even worse. Same gunk is slowly pouring out from the socket. Open it. Failure. Great. You take off the socket cover, and all the built-up slime pours out of the hole. The smell is overpowering, but eventually you manage to scoop away all the gunk. The smell's gonna linger for a while. You find the apartment locked, and then you remember that in the mornings he's working at the shop, located at the docks. Mr. Moriyama sells fishing nets and spare boat parts to the local fishermen. When you enter Mr. Moriyama's shop, he is happy to see you and greets you warmly. You congratulate him on the upcoming marriage. He suddenly goes silent and turns away from you. Is something wrong, Mr. Moriyama? Charisma check, success. No, he scratches his cheek nervously. Look, kid, I'm a bit busy. I'll be visiting my first wife's grave later today, so if you want to chat, can we meet at the cemetery in a few hours? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm really busy. Why was he so secretive all of a sudden? You decide to find out what's happening. About 1 hour later, you decide that it's time to meet your neighbor. The cemetery is located downtown. When you enter the cemetery, it's eerily empty. You spend a few minutes walking between the graves before you spot Mr. Moriyama standing before his wife's grave. Let's level up real quick. I'm gonna get stamina again. And, sharp-type weapons get 1 extra damage. That seems fantastic. Definitely sharpening stone and stamina. Your neighbor is clearly startled by your presence. Why are you here so soon? I still have things to do. It's when you realize someone is standing behind him. When you open your mouth in utter shock and disbelief when a rotting corpse steps from behind Mr. Moriyama, clutching onto his arm. Your neighbor doesn't seem disturbed by your presence at all. Is that his dead wife? You ask Mr. Moriyama if that's Fuyuko, his dead wife. Fuyuko. Fuyuko. He fumbles over his words, trying to come up with an explanation. The ghastly woman exhales in your direction, and suddenly the air around you becomes numbingly chilly. Shaking from the extreme cold, you flee the cemetery, -2 stamina. God damn it. Rubbing your arms to warm yourself up, you hastily return home. Was that ghastly woman truly Fuyuko Moriyama? But how is that possible? You realize that despite her living in the same apartment block as you for years, you know very little about her. Maybe some other neighbors knew her better. 2% doom every time I visit a cursed location. You decide to watch some TV when your remote suddenly stops working. The commercials on TV start to overlap with each other, splicing sentences in order to talk to you directly. Don't just watch the chaos. Be part of it today. Chaotic broadcast? Oh my god!
This is crack
Hoot wireless. -2 all. That sucks. Man. Considering using the spell, but it costs Doom. That's 8 damage. I do 4 damage with a guaranteed chance to hit. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 4 is 20. Yeah, I mean, that's the play. That's exactly the play. Okay. One of your neighbors mentions talking with Mr. Moriyama about his dead wife over a couple drinks a few weeks ago. He said that she lived in the same village as he, before they moved to Shiakawa together. The neighbor then points you to Mr. Moriyama's hometown. Fortunately, it's not very far from Shiakawa. Still not liking that Doom. Oh, Hootie's here. Hoot Wireless. Oh. Hang on a second. I might have the clip still. Let's see what we got here. No, that's Who, not Hoot. I knew I had Hoot Wireless on this thing somewhere.
The moon is right. Boing. Yes!
Hoot Wireless, Hoot Wireless, Hoot Wireless, Hoot Wireless, Hoot Wireless.
There we go. There's about 24 households. You can be sure everyone knows everyone around here and their pasts. Finding information will be easy, right? Luck check failure. The locals remember your neighbor all right, but asking about his wife results in confused stares and shrugging shoulders. No one in the village has ever heard about her. -2 reason. Riding the bus back to Shiakawa, you grimace. Why would Mr. Moriyama lie about where he met his wife? Is there something else he's hiding from you? You won't know until you ask him. That Doom is getting real high. The only metro line in your town connects the university and the science complex. You could take a ride to gain some time, but you've got a feeling something's wrong. Where are all the people? Walk is Doom? Take a ride can reduce Doom if you get lucky. -2 reason. There's no lights inside the metro car. All you can see are countless handprints pressed onto the windows. Like Jacob's ladder. Kind of. Don't blink or suffer its wrath. Huh. When you stop by home to pick up your lunch, you find a pile of letters in your mailbox. Just read them. -2 funds. What the fuck? It's the electricity bill. You wouldn't know where to find a buyer for it. God damn it. I could sell the compass. use it and then pay stamina to the guy? Oh, you mean reason? That 4 reason can give you 2 stamina during combat. Alright. You find the door to Mr. Moriyama's apartment locked. He's not home. You decide to go to the city cemetery. You have a strange feeling that your neighbor is visiting his dead wife again. You beeline towards Fuyuko's grave. Sure enough, you find Mr. Moriyama huddled behind her grave. He's mumbling something to himself, clearly afraid of something. Wait, why is it getting colder? You tremble when a gust of wind suddenly hits you from behind. You turn around and you see Fuyuko slowly approaching you. The air around you gets colder and colder. -4 stamina. It's a ghost enemy. Is the run over? $33 HP ghost is brutal, -4 stamina. That's actually fucking insane. Unless insane luck. Unless you get the sequence in 2. Just gotta bow and clap right. Nope. You got 3 ritual moves right. So I did clap, bow, clap, clap, bow. How the fuck does that help? Yeah. I mean, I guess... It's gotta risk RNG with dodge and severing now. I don't think we're doing this, huh? Is there a guide for it? This is... No, this is a community mod. So I think we're pretty much fucked. And I won't be able to dodge and clap and bow. So you know what? We'll just give it a shot. So I'm gonna change 2. So I did clap, bow, clap, clap, bow. So we'll do bow, bow, clap. No. Clap. Clap. No, that's 3. Clap, bow, clap, bow, bow. That's 2 changed, right? No. I did clap, bow, bow, right. How about this? All claps? Fuck it, all claps. I have died. I got 1 ritual move right. You will die at the beginning of your next encounter. Alright, so that means that 1 is right. So I did... It's 1 clap. So it's... How about clap, you think? Resisting the unknown horror was taking its toll on your health. Weakened, you finally succumb to your injuries alone. As the dust settles upon your open eyes, reality starts to crumble. Old God is ready to return once more. Shit. Well, there was a couple unfortunate things that happened there. I haven't lost the World of Horror run in a while, so yeah. Oh well. It was fun. I always like playing it. I always like revisiting World of Horror. And we got to see some new things. Next time I play this, I might not go with so many mods. So I was sent a pack, and there was just a ton of stuff. So... some of it was pretty good. Some of it definitely felt like base game stuff. But, you know, there's a couple things that were a little... The first one was a little rough. And then, I just made some bad choices. And also that God kept preventing me from going into locations. Honestly, even if I had lived, I kind of feel like my Doom level was too goddamn high. Oh well. Well anyway, thanks for watching, and thank you for creating mods of this game. I do think next year, if you guys find a way to consolidate your mod packs and, you know, put it all together into like one big Vinesauce mod pack, that'll be cool. But yeah, we got 2 World of Horrors this year. Maybe next year we'll get 2 as well. Maybe 3 even. We'll see. But it is just still a great game, and I love playing it, and I love, I have Uzumaki, I have the book, and it is big. And I watched, like I said, the first episode of the show, and the second episode, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just read the book instead. So, I'm gonna probably end up reading that, and, should enjoy it. Manga, sorry. Manga? Buongiorno. Infinite claps.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking.
Why, Retro? Retro, why have you posted this?
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man.
Alright, chat. Listen. Good night. Thank you. I'll be around tomorrow. We'll do the Gary's Mod horror stuff. And just other horror things. I got plenty of stuff. So, yeah, it'll be Gmod, including something Vinesauce related in Gmod. And a lot of, like, just a variety of Gmod maps. I think some of them are going to be pretty cool. Maybe the pumpkin game as well. Probably. And just, I have so many horror games that I could play. I just got to sort through them and find the best ones. Still taking recommendations, too. But for the most part, I already have tomorrow planned out. And stop by the usual amount, the usual time for a usual stream. And then next week, we'll continue Silent Hill 2. I'll probably do some Zelda. We'll finish that up. And, because, I mean, I kind of just put that on ice. I'm hoping to do more Mario Party. And then Mario Luigi Brothership comes out. So November's going to be stacked. But all right, good night. Bye, chat.